Escaping the side mount, we've been going over specific techniques. You'll find that when you try them live, they don't really work like step 1, step 2. You learn how to hip escape, put someone in a guard, you start hip escaping, and they just keep following you, and you move around in a circle, and you don't get anywhere. The techniques kind of give you a framework and a direction to go in, but realistically, when it comes to escaping and defense, it's more about building your ability to adapt to the situation and create space, make openings, capitalize on the openings, and have good timing. So what we're gonna do is practice with live games. If you've never played the games before, the way it's gonna work is it's kind of like situational sparring, but you're gonna have real strict guidelines that you have to stay inside of. So we're gonna start in a specific spot, you have a specific win goal, and you can't go outside of that. So if the goal is to get your frames in and you see an opportunity to put your underhook in, don't take it. The purpose of the games is to force you to develop specific skills, stick within the framework. So game 1, for now, Eric's gonna start with his hands on his chest, like a prayer pose like this, or like Dracula pose, just put his hands close to his chest. I'm gonna get in side mount for now. I'm gonna start with a square side mount, like knees on the floor, hips square, a cross face, you can underhook this elbow. So this game should be relatively easy for Eric because he's gonna start with his hands on the inside. He's gonna start with his hands together and he needs to build his frame. So one arm across my neck, the other near side frame can be on the bicep or the hip. And he needs to have some sort of distance, at least 90%, trying to create a little gap here. So if he has his hands on my neck, but they're crushed down, and that's not useful, he needs to create strong frames. And that's it. Should be much easier for the bottom person than the top person, because all he has to do is get from here to here. Eric builds frames, he wins. My job is to keep those frames from being built, keep the pressure, and don't let those frames get built, and then try and get to mount, and then I win the position. All right, let's give it a try. On 3, 1, 2. Same game, he's got to build frames, but he doesn't start with his hands on the inside. So I have him locked out. I have an underhook, I have a cross face, his arm's back here behind my shoulders, and we start from here. Same objective. He needs to find space and build his frames. Get a frame across my neck, get a frame either on my hip or bicep right here, and then he wins. He has to make a little bit of space. This is a win for him. My objective is the same. Try and keep those frames out, but I need to try and get to mount, and then I win. Let's give it a try. On 3, 1, 2. He's gonna start with his frames in here. One on the hip or the bicep, one on the neck. So my job is to block that knee from coming inside and then get to mount, same goal. His job is to get his knee to his elbow. This is kind of the whole thing for side mount, getting your bottom knee to your elbow. And this is gonna lead to your guard escape. If he makes enough space to connect his knee to his elbow in front of me, he wins. We're gonna go back to our vampire pose, and he has to dig an underhook. Okay, what I'm gonna do is put a cross face, and I'm gonna underhook his elbow like this. So I don't have a full underhook. This would be pretty hard for him to re-dig an underhook back in. We're gonna play from a position where he is able to keep his elbows tight and his hands are somewhere on the inside. If he digs his underhook in, it gets to his side, he wins. If he gets an underhook in, but I smash him like this, it's like a weak underhook, this isn't useful for him, so this doesn't count, we're still going. My job is the same, get to mount. So don't let him get an underhook in. If he does, keep him flat and get to mount. Let's get it. On 3, 1, 2, let's go. Bottom person now is going to start with their underhook in, and they need to use their underhook to build up to their knees. So if AG builds all the way up to his knees, that extra credit if he can get this foot trapped in here. The reason is if he builds up to his knees and we're next to each other, I can still circle in front of him. Now he did escape side mount, but this is only marginally better. If he's able to use that underhook and step over my foot here, you see, and trap it, then we land in the dogfight. This is much, much better for him. He's pretty much in an even position. If he gets up to his knees regardless, he still wins. Bonus points if you can have that foot trapped. My job is to keep him flat and get to mount. So I can use my cross face to pin him. I can use a near side underhook on his thigh to pin him. My job is to keep him flat. Don't let him build up to his knees. And then get to the mount, and I win. Let's get it. On 3, 1, 2.
Okay.
This is something I see repeating quite a lot. Person with the underhook will try and get some sort of grip on the gi or like a post on the hip or something. And this is what I'm seeing. And then people are trying to press the person away and use that to get on their side. All this does is attach my weight and like allow me to transfer it to this shoulder. His arm is like that. If I just lean now, push me away. That pins him. So you use your underhook to like divert the pressure. So if I go and I try to push towards AJ's chest, he reaches, it makes like a ramp where my pressure slides up. So don't use your underhook to hug them or to push them. Reach up and over. Look where AJ reaches over my shoulder, way up. You can also use your feet to like hip out a little bit. So as I keep pushing, to keep making space, to stay on your side. So don't grab, reach. All right, let's do that, run that one back one more time. On 3, 1, 2.